Tristan Law Show. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Tristan Law, semi-retired pro wrestler. Today, I'm your host. What if the biggest thing at the Elimination Chamber isn't inside the ring? Not the chamber matches, not Finn Bálor possibly taking the title off CM Punk so close to WrestleMania, not AJ Lee winning her first championship after a multi-year hiatus. What if the thing that changes WrestleMania is sitting inside of a box? And today we're breaking down the mystery box, the masked man who's been terrorizing the division, and every single Elimination Chamber match at Elimination Chamber. By the end of this episode, I'm going to be making my final predictions, and I bet one of them, they just might shock you. But you have to understand that we are getting ready for the Elimination Chamber. We are at the pit stop, the final pit stop, before we get on the road to WrestleMania, and I'm here with Jess the Captain. Jess, what's going on today?
What's going on, everybody? My little yappers, Japanese maniacs. What's going on? It's your girl, Jess the Captain.
Jess, are you excited for the Elimination Chamber tonight?
I don't know anymore. I really was. I was fully excited until the calamity that happened last night on SmackDown. I don't know anymore. I just don't. Now I'm just like, I feel like, again, this whole, what's the word I'm looking for? This injured list has really taken a toll on the PLEs this year. So it kind of makes it a little less exciting. So I think I liked it when we was all talking about how we never really knew who was in the Elimination Chamber until like the very last minute, like the week of.
Right.
I kind of miss those now, but I don't know. It things have definitely taken a turn.
Well, I'm excited.
Whatever's in that box really may help. Who knows?
You're right, because I'm excited. I'm pumped. Fernando's in the chat. What's going on, Fernando?
Fernando,
wait, hold
what's going on, everybody?
I gotta give Fernando his sound. Fernando says that he is pumped for the Elimination Chamber. But let's start with the thing that nobody can't stop talking about right now, and we are going to talk about what's in the box. What's in the box, Jess?
Oh my goodness. I've, all of my yapping maniacs on social media, I've heard so many different things. I've heard Dean Ambrose is in there. I heard it could be a new belt.
A new belt.
I heard it. Yeah, I did. I heard they're going to make a new belt, not like an actual like competition, like a new all-in belt. No. I'm thinking like one of the belts that we already have is now in a new design, which means a old belt is going to get retired.
And so they took that big old box and put a belt in the box.
Yeah. Yeah. And put a little belt in there. That's, big boxes, little prizes.
So here's what we know about the box so far, Jess. What we know is that we don't know who sent it, right? It says,
no.
It says delivered to WWE, do not open until 12/28/2026. And me looking at the calendar, learning how to read and understand and comprehend the calendar since I was 6 years old, I understand that is today.
Yes, that's today.
We understand that the timing is today, but WWE is dragging it out. Let me tell you this. Somebody said that it could be Demon Finn Bálor. Look, it needs to be something that makes us go, holy SHI, I need to take my money and go pay $50,000 to go sit front row at WrestleMania. That ain't happening.
No, it ain't happening. Not happening. Like WWE is trying extra hard to like put these pops back into the show so that these alleged low ticket sales that I've heard for WrestleMania is not true anymore. Because I've heard that they had low ticket sales, so now they had to decrease some of those tickets from $700 to $300. I don't know.
So you told me what you think. You told me just what everybody says is in the box. I'm asking you directly. What do you think? What is in the box now? Now that we know what everybody else thinks, what do you think is in the box?
Joe Hendry.
Okay. Yep. Why Joe Hendry?
It's just something, because I thought it would be something random, something people kind of do want to see. but also could shake it up, because again, even though Logan Paul is in there, it's only 12 o'clock. We have until 7. Anything could happen between 12 and 7 o'clock. Somebody else could be injured, quote unquote.
You're
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
You're right. The vision is very snake bit. Like Logan Paul might take a walk the wrong way and pull his hamstring.
Disappointed. If y'all was sitting with me for SmackDown last night, you would have knew how disappointed I was. I mean, the show was okay because the girls won. The new tag team champions have been announced. It was, the girl side was fine, but it was just like, y'all, what did y'all do? Y'all kicked it off with putting Jay in the ambulance. Like, we ain't even what?
So so you think that Joe Hendry's in this box?
I think it could be either Joe Hendry or Oba, because Oba's not in the Elimination Chamber. So Oba has been terrorizing the locker room, allegedly. So
I'm thinking, if whatever's in that box, it has to be something that we don't have right now. Because I don't think Joe Hendry and Oba Femi are bad guesses, but I think it's something that we don't have right now. A lot of people say Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor. I could see that because that's something that we don't have right now. But for us to wait all the way, I think what they should do is take that box and stick it right on the stage, so that we look at it all night long, so we can figure out what the hell is in the box.
That'd piss me off.
A lot of people
that would piss me off. Like, what?
A lot of people are saying that it could be Chris Jericho in that box.
Look,
I wouldn't be upset.
I'm gonna keep pushing Chris. Like, it's almost, y'all want the two main people they want, Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose, and I'm just like,
it's not Dean Ambrose. I can promise you that. It's not John Moxley in that box. The person that is in that box, it could be a thing as well too, because you said there could be a championship inside that box as well too. But I can tell you that I can wrap my head around Chris Jericho, and I can definitely wrap my head around, somebody said it was even Danhausen. I think Danhausen is a little bit too goofy, and people don't in the WWE bubble may not know who Danhausen is. Danhausen recently wrestled for AEW. So a lot of people don't really know who Danhausen is. And I think that would be a waste of a surprise. But Chris Jericho, I think, would be the best person in that box. And my question is, if they're dragging it out this long, they said send the box to Elimination Chamber, and the box ended up on SmackDown last night. So like they're dragging the whole aside,
which is weird,
right? They're dragging out the psychology of the anticipation with this box. And if it runs flat, Jess, I think that people tomorrow are going to want all their money back. Whatever is in this box is going to be make or break, because this is going to determine how excited we could be for WrestleMania. If this falls flat, I don't know. I don't know. And you guys watching live or on demand.
Right. I'm like, I wouldn't even know what to say for the product anymore. It's like, why do I keep defending y'all? Like, at this point, why? Because you keep smacking us in this face with these BS writing and just throwing stuff together because y'all don't have any creative bodies in the writer's room. I don't even know how many times I got to say that.
Fernando,
y'all got it. Fresh bodies.
Fernando is saying that Danhausen is in the box. Danhausen fits. It fits for what he does, right? For who he is and what he does. Danhausen fits. But I think that Danhausen might fall flat. If Danhausen appears in that box, actually, you know what? I think that Danhausen and CM Punk have a history.
Like, y'all know I'm not feeling it. I'm just not. I'm not feeling it. It's like, oh my god. Not feeling it. Sorry.
Danhausen could probably be in that CM Punk match or whatever the case it may be. You know, if that box is revealed in the main event, that moment is going to overshadow whoever wins in the main event.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
I think that if it is Chris Jericho, the way it should work is that at the end of the show, after Elimination Chamber has been raised up, because remember, last year at this time at Elimination Chamber, John Cena was in that match. And John Cena, we got the heel turn at Elimination Chamber last year. So I think that the cage should go up. And once the cage goes up, that is when now that moment in the ring has already happened. Once that moment in the ring has already happened, then give us the box. But then there's going to be a what now? Why? Why are we doing this? Why was it in a box? There's a lot of questions that are going to need to be answered tonight, but we're not supposed. I don't think that we deserve all the answers to the questions tonight.
Why?
Because once it's out of the toothpaste tube, you can't put it back in.
I'd rather it do that.
They've already
put the toothpaste on the toothbrush and brush your damn teeth. I'm just saying, because come on, you don't think they're dragging this between this and the Masked Man? You don't think they're dragging this? And if they don't figure this, if they don't give us something, we all, well, and not all, but at least my Yakba maniacs in my social circles, we all said it. If they don't do something, it's going to go stale.
I think that the reveal is the biggest reason. I think that it would lead. Here's the reason why. Watch. Tonight they unveil the box. We see who or what is in the box, and that leaves us and the internet space to talk about why. And then Monday we get that why.
I guess. Because everyone knows that Raw is like carrying the entire company right now.
Of course, it always does.
They better figure out something.
So it could, a lot of people say it could be a surprise return. It could be a new faction. That's a tall box right there itself. That box is tall. I say that box is about 7 feet tall.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
It could be anything.
Oh, my God.
Like you said, it could be a new championship in there. It could be somebody connected to the vision, or it could be a betrayal, a payoff.
It could be. We have had these, well, at least the last 3 chambers, we've had surprise returns that are not really a part of the Elimination Chamber. Because remember, we had Jade. I believe this is last year, right?
Yes, when Jade came and beat the brakes off of Naomi.
Yep, so we had that. And then before that, I believe that was around the CM Punk, correct?
Right.
I believe that was CM Punk's return. He came back. So, I don't know, Trish. Outside of the ones we have just said, a little more fresh. Who do you think so far? I mean, we've seen so many people from a Royal Rumble. We got Royce Keys. You know what I'm saying? We got all these new faces, all this fresh blood. So let's just hope that WWE starts doing the right thing.
I think so as well, too. And speaking of reveals, I can't wait to watch to see who's in that box tonight. I think I'm sitting there with bated breath. Can't wait to see who's in that box today. But I'm trying to stay as neutral and not be too excited, because the product has been known to be kind of disappointing. Unfortunately, we're never going to forget the disappointment of WrestlePalooza. I don't think WrestlePalooza was all that bad. But look, Jess, we're talking about reveals, right? We talked about the box. Last night, WWE gave us a reveal on SmackDown, or at least what I believe what they want us to think it was a reveal. We're talking about the person that's been terrorizing the vision. We're talking about body language. It may be a misdirect. Was that actually the guy? Is there a bigger mastermind? I'm talking about we finally got to see who the masked man was.
Maybe the masked man, the real masked man, might be in the box.
I think that would be super weird.
Because that reveal happened. We're like, the audience, who was on the desk last night? Joe and Wade. Everyone's like, who the hell is that? Who is this guy?
I can tell you who he is.
Who is this guy?
I can tell you exactly who he is. His name, I just had his name right here. His name is Don Furio. He is Italian. He is an Italian pro wrestler, and he was trained by 3 people. I know one of them. I know one of them. He was trained by QT Marshall. He was also trained by Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And he was also trained by, you would never guess.
Who?
Take a guess.
I ain't got. I'm too old to be guessing.
Okay, throw out the first name that comes to your mind.
Rey Mysterio, literally.
Seth Rollins.
With Cody Rhodes?
He was trained by Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and QT Marshall. I believe that he is not the masked person. No. I believe he's the person that was there. I do believe that because of his connection to Seth Rollins, that Seth Rollins is the masked man.
Still, yeah, okay, officially? Not like you're sticking to it this time?
I am going to stick to it. Seth Rollins is the masked man. Or you know what? Maybe the people have been fighting, been going for Seth Rollins. Maybe, what's the real sad part about the mystery man character in WWE? That what if by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, being hurt, we never really get the masked man, and this is what we get. And we're just supposed to be okay with it.
Oh, they're fools. They would be fools. I will take Seth Rollins over this. I will. Because, at this point, I almost feel like these injuries are work. Almost the whole vision is down right now. Almost. The
vision is stink, but they need to just get rid of the vision. Look, here's the way I'm looking at this, right? When you saw that face, Jess, did you feel overwhelmed or underwhelmed?
No, literally, the face I'm making right now, I went just like this. Like, you seeing me? Watch me. Just watch me. I was just like. Talking to my homeboy like, who the F-U-C-K is that? We're looking at each other like, who is that dude? I don't know that dude. Going through my roster in my head and stuff like.
We got somebody from the UK. His name is Will Rouse Sport 1. What's going on, Will? Welcome to the Tristan Law Show.
Welcome.
He says that he's from the UK and he's going Seth in the hood. In the end, is going to be the hooded guy.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we're kind of feeling the same way.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
unless the real Mal, if it's not Seth and then it ends up being Drew, and Drew has been super terrorizing. So you're terrorizing in a mass, and then you're also terrorizing people at SmackDown. I would be truly sick of Drew at this point.
Hey, we just got a new subscriber, Tyler Helton. What's going on, Tyler?
Welcome.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the family. There's we are going here. He's also calling it now. Seth Rollins is the masked guy.
Yeah,
it's not Drew McIntyre.
I hope not. I don't want it to be that. But every time I make a suggestion of things that I don't want, it's usually how WWE rolls, because they don't listen to. They listen, but they don't. Ooh, I got another idea. I know this is just a weird one. I know we're supposed to be moving forward, but I kind of was thinking about the box.
Okay.
And the masked man. It could be one of the two. This person could be one of two things. Why? Because Sami Zayn has been acting iffy. So it could be two people now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Why? One, I heard a rumor that Kevin Owens is very, very, very close to being cleared. So let's add this little. Kevin Owens is coming back so we can finish that story with him and Sami. Wonderful. How about Kyrian? How about Kyrian? Does anybody think, anybody forget about Kyrian? I think
I've heard that online.
I think there's a mistake. I think that WWE made a mistake for letting Kyrian Cross go, letting him go because of how the roster is right now. There is nobody on the roster almost.
I've heard that online, that it could be Karrion Kross and he could be associated with them somehow. And, I'm not really too, upset at all if it's Karrion Kross. But I hope that the storyline is still going on. That if this brother right here, that's a box. That's not a person.
Better yet, Trish, that I know what's in that box. It's a piece of string. It's a piece of string, and
I
it's
want my
the
money back.
secrets.
I want my money back.
It's It's a secret. It's a picture, a very embarrassing picture of, I don't know, Adam Pearce and Nick or something. I don't know, but watch it. And then this guy. There's this guy. That's gonna piss us off too. Why? Because it's gonna be somebody we know we don't want coming back.
If that is the guy, I don't think it's the guy, Jess. I think that WWE is playing chess right now, and it's to get us talking and to forward the storyline a little bit more. Like they've dragged it on.
Game of chess.
They dragged it on so long because here's what everybody would say. Everybody would say, "Oh, well, since Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker's hurt, they're not going to go ahead and go through with the story and pay it off. So this is the way that they're paying it off. So we're going to be okay with it and just leave it alone." I think that it's going to be more. Viral says that the SmackDown mask guy is trained by Seth Rollins at his wrestling school. Yes, shouted that out 100%. Yep, 100%. Tyler also agrees with you and says that it's Killer Cross in that box. But let's move on, Jess. There's so much more to talk about because we're getting everybody ready for the Elimination Chamber tonight. Let's step into the Elimination Chamber, Jess and I, and let's talk about what we got going on for the men. We've got Randy Orton, we've got LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and as of yesterday afternoon, as of yesterday this time, we had Jey Uso. But a couple minutes before Raw, Jey Uso was pulled because he was getting put in an ambulance. And now Logan Paul is in the Elimination Chamber match. All right, Jess. There's another whodunit going on in the WWE right now. Who put this man in the ambulance? Who put your boy, your Manzenim, in the ambulance? Who put Jey Uso in the ambulance, huh?
Well, I do. I have some thoughts. I do. I have thoughts. Okay, so Jey Uso, he has a lot of enemies, frenemies and enemies. So let's break down a few of the friends and enemies. I think it could have been Sammy. I know this gonna sound crazy, but listen, hear me out. I think it'd be Sammy. I think it could be Jimmy, because I feel like we're going to get that rivalry very soon. We're going to get that. I think it could have been Jimmy. I also think it could have been possibly Jacob, but when I thought about Jacob, I was like, and then what? He really doesn't have no reason to turn on Jay right now, right? Cody has a reason. Everybody in the Elimination Chamber except for Javon, honestly, except for Javon Javon, because he's the newest kid on the block. Everybody on the Elimination Chamber has something with Jey Uso. Everybody. So I feel like one of these people, except for, I'm sorry, Javon and Randy. Well, Randy's Randy, so we're just going to keep Javon. So, yeah.
So we got Will. Let me make sure I say this here. Will Rally Sport 1. Will is saying that it's Jacob Fatu. Fernando says,
while you're talking, Will, please give me your reason why you think it was Jacob.
I love that. You know what? I love that. Give us your why, Will. Take a second and write your
why you think that,
and write your why, and we'll go over it and see. Fernando says the Jimmy storyline is over. They're not turning on his brother again. Okay, let me tell you what I think.
How long that's gonna be?
Let me tell you who I think is not, Jess.
Who do you think it is not?
It's not Drew McIntyre. I've said this time and time again.
You keep saying it's not Drew, but watch, it all has been Drew all along. Drew was the one that kicked out Jacob's teeth. It was Drew. Well, we saw it. Drew messed up Cody Rhodes. Drew popped who was it? Popped Jacob with the belt. It's been Drew for a couple of days now. I don't know. It don't look too good.
So okay. Could it be Drew? I think that yes, it could be Drew, but Drew has no real reason. All Drew has to, if Drew's going to attack somebody that is in that Elimination Chamber match, There's only one person that he needs to attack. Randy Orton. I think that Randy Orton is the number one dangerous person standing in that Elimination Chamber.
I can agree to that.
Dangerous.
Until I saw Javon Evans. Do you? Well, of course you do. So, Tris, you understand. If Javon wins this chamber, yet another black wrestler makes history. If Javon was to win, he would be the youngest over past Randy. At first, it was Randy Orton, according to history. He would now be the youngest Elimination Chamber winner, officially, if he wins. And I'm just like, that's for that young boy right there. Oh, my God. We got to give this boy his flowers. He doesn't sleep. He's Jacob, all gas, no breaks. Every time I turn on the TV, it's Javon. So I'm like, maybe they're trying to build him up to really push Javon for real.
So he
to
attacked
be our next champion.
So he attacked Jey Uso?
Whew, that'd be wild. The young buck saying, look, gotta take you out. He doesn't seem like that, but then again, the cutest black faces are always the ones that cause the most chaos. So I'll be like, oh no, he ain't do it. He seems so sweet, and he's just, I'm just very happy to be here.
Will says, so the reason why it was done was because Jacob Fatu did it so that he can get into the chamber because he wasn't in there. So he attacked Jay and then asked Nick Aldis later if he could be in the chamber to replace him. I agree.
Okay, that's a good one. But just why Jay? Why not LA? Well, no, we don't want to.
True, because if he's going to attack somebody,
LA no more.
If he's going to attack somebody, why not attack Javon Evans?
Right. Why not attack the young one?
Right. I could see Jacob Fatu beating the brakes off him. But let me tell you this, Joe Jess.
Uh-huh.
The number one dangerous person in that ring is oh man,
you said Randy.
It's Randy Orton. But if I was in that Elimination Chamber match, the only person that I think it would be is Cody Rhodes. I've been seeing people hate me so much, Jess, on the internet. Every time I post a video talking about Cody Rhodes, that man down there, talking about that man is a heel, people hate me. They thumbs down the video because they don't want to admit to the fact that their man, Cody Rhodes, is a heel. Cody Rhodes only cares about one thing. And he cares about making sure that his family's name means something. He wants to be in the same exact conversation as the Harts, as the McMahons, and every other great family in pro wrestling history.
Well,
Cody Rhodes came back to the WWE with only one thing in mind. That was to become the world champion. Cody Rhodes became the world champion, and there's only three things, Jess. Three things that Cody Rhodes cares about. You know what those three things are, Jess?
Well,
four.
One of them.
Four.
Oh, four? Well, one, his daddy's watch. That's one thing. His loving family. That's two. Okay, so what are the other ones?
He cares about his wife, his two kids, and the WWE Championship. When you
don't do that. You know he loved that watch.
He loves the WWE Championship a lot more. The WWE Championship has made him more money than his daddy's watch. The daddy's watch is nice to have. But they took the championship away from that guy? And you think that he's just going to go out there and sleep? Let me tell you something.
No.
I think that, and Fernando said it, right? Fernando said this. Fernando said, what did Fernando say? Fernando said Cody's attacking everyone and he's pointing the finger on Drew because Drew is the easy person. If you've been looking at what's been happening with Cody Rhodes has been a heel since day one. When Cody Rhodes got attacked and lost the championship at WrestleMania and then he left and then he came back, he automatically put him and Jey Uso in a tag team match against John Cena and Logan Paul. Jey Uso never asked for that.
No.
Jey Uso never asked for none of that. So what happens is that Cody Rhodes only cares about one thing in the WWE, and he cares about himself. And nobody understands that.
You could say that same argument with Sami then. That's why I was like, the first person I said was Sami Zayn. Cody is also an option, but I truly think since Sami has been like the underdog for all this time, being underlooked, undermined, everyone thinks he can't get the job done. There you go. Another man that he has the problem with. He can't get the job done. That's what Trick said. I mean, Logan, everyone hates Logan. He's a part of the division, so.
If Cody Rhodes is running, you ever been in a room just with a bunch of people and somebody farted? They just cut that real nasty, stinky fart?
I'm a whole teacher.
Okay, so when somebody farted, what the person that farted, what they do?
Say, and point to the person next to him and say, yeah.
They the one that farted, and they you in the loudest so that nobody's paying attention to them. Jess, Cody Rhodes farted, and he's pointing fingers. He's pointing fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea, but I'm sticking to Sami. I truly am. I'm sticking to Sami Zayn.
So, Viral Sport says that Will Sport says that it would be awful for Cody as a heel, like in AEW. I'm a Cody fan, and I don't want to see that. No, I'm sorry. And that's why he should be a heel. Because he's going to break your heart.
Maybe it's because it's going to be a bad heel. We thought John Cena was going to be a good heel turn. It was shit. So I'm like, I kind of with Will. If it was bad over at AEW, can you imagine how bad it would be now? Maybe that's why we're not going to get the Demon Finn either, because of how bad it could be possibly be written.
Let me tell you something. Utilizing Cody Rhodes, right? Let's put him to the side for a second. Mm-hmm. We've got two people that's been hurt. Jey Uso. And I know the answer for you for this as a fan. Do people love Jey Uso?
Of course they do.
I think people love Jey Uso more than cook food, right?
I ain't say all that, but close. I'm about to say close. Yeah, we love ourselves some Jey. Well, this is a Jey stan, okay?
What about Jacob Fatu? Everybody loved Jacob Fatu as well too, right?
Oh, man, we love the Samoan werewolf.
So, what if the person in the mask is Cody Rhodes?
Terrorizing the Vision?
That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. If he's going to be a heel, that wouldn't make sense. I'm going to buzz myself. That don't make sense.
I mean, it's not a bad reach.
It's a bad reach.
Think about
it's a bad reach when I thought about it out loud.
But then maybe it is Randy Orton, because we all said that, they've been he's supposed to be the locker leader, allegedly, right? He's supposed to be the guy that everybody fears in the locker room. But lately we have not seen Randy Orton. It feels like Randy is a part-timer, but I don't think he's a part-timer. Not like a Roman Reigns type part-timer.
So let's take a look at the Elimination Chamber itself for the men, right?
Okay, here we go.
Who makes sense?
Who makes sense?
Who makes sense? Hold on. Who makes sense to stand in front of Drew at WrestleMania? Guys, everybody watching right now, I want your predictions. Leave your predictions in the comments of who you think is going to win. And Jess and I are going to talk a little bit about the match itself, and then we're going to give you our predictions. Give us your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? So, Jess, who do you think makes sense to stand against Drew McIntyre at the Elimination Chamber? I mean, at WrestleMania.
Look at me, Trish.
You?
Even if I want to say Trick Williams, even if I wanted to say Javon, everybody knows that writer's room is going to make it so that it's Cody Rhodes.
I think Cody's the easy answer.
The easiest answer, the safest route
would
be Cody Rhodes. The safest. Now, the hardest person to write and figure out and then what would be LA Knight and Javon.
So if I'm looking at who makes sense, and the reason why I got the picture up is because Elimination Chamber's tonight. You know, you
Yes,
can watch
it
on
is. 7
ESPN.
p.m.
That's right. Or you can watch on Netflix if you will be international. I've got my ticket already. I'm already ready to go international. Jess, I don't know where you'll be tonight, but I'll probably be in the UK.
I don't know. I'm about to say, because the last night where I was, it's been acting a little weird.
It has been.
But
They've been catching a lot of people. They've been catching a lot of people.
Yeah, but Belgium has actually been doing very well. So shout out to Germany and Belgium.
So go to Germany tonight.
Probably so, because that's the clearer picture. Let's say it like that. So shout out to Belgium, Germany. I will be there for the Elimination Chamber. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what it's called in Germany. It's called No
Escape.
It's called No Escape.
No Escape. Tyler said, or get a VPN. I don't know what that is, Tyler.
I don't either.
Jess and I make enough money that when we want to watch SmackDown, NXT, or PLEs, we just get on a plane and just go to the random country.
Yes, and somehow we make it there on time.
Right, like VPNs are bad. Like, I think there's enough time.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible. I would never recommend a VPN. I might even drop a code in the description if anybody needs it.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, VPNs are bad. You don't want a VPN. Like Jess and I are law-abiding citizens. I go to the country and I sit down with the people and I watch it. So I will not be going to the UK, Jess. I will see you in Belgium later on tonight.
You'll see me in Belgium. Oh, fun fact. But like before we finish this, I just want this fun fact for you. So for those who did not know, if you're not, I mean, I'm your favorite yapper. I always have all sorts of information. I just found out that Affinity. Thank you, kids. Thank you. Wait, shh. I got the news for y'all. Here's the tea. Xfinity. If you have the Xfinity package on the ESPN package on Xfinity, according to my sources, you can now watch PLEs on the ESPN channel Xfinity. That's what I just found out. Apparently, just a few days before Elimination Chamber, that deal has been struck. So you can possibly, now before I get on my plane to Belgium, I'm going to check because I am a Xfinity customer.
Right. Make sure it works before you come back home.
Yes, I'm going to make sure and work. If it's not true, I am so sorry for that information. My bad. But if that stuff is true, if you got Comcast, we're good to go.
Maria's in the chat. What's going on, Maria?
Maria.
So Stu is getting ready to go to work, and he says that he thinks that Orton wins. He thinks that Cody's too predictable. I agree. I don't think that is Cody Rhodes. I think that Cody Rhodes needs to continue on his spiral. It will make sense for him to be desperate. If I'm picking somebody for this match, if I was in the writer's room, who do I think it's going to be? It would either be LA Knight or Cody Rhodes. Who I want it to be is somebody totally different. Because I'm looking at making WrestleMania this WrestleMania's got to be big. Right? You want to be able to sell tickets. Yes. So if I'm selling tickets, there is only one person who I can see it being. Jess, now it's time for your prediction. Who do you think is winning?
Who do I think is winning? It has been, it's really hard. It is. It's really hard. So if I may, the safest route would be Cody Rhodes. But my true prediction, the pop that would do it for me is Javon Evans. That's the pop. That would be crazy for me.
Let me run it down real quick. Fernando says Cody. Tyler says Cody. Will says Cody. Stu says Orton. I say Javon Evans.
Yes. All right.
The reason why I say Javon Evans is because, listen to me when I say this all the time. And I don't watch fake sports like, basketball or football. I watch real sports like wrestling.
You do this to me every week.
It is
every week.
Wrestling is a real sport. All those other sports are fake.
Go ahead. Anyway.
On any given Sunday, the worst team in the NFL can beat the best team in the NFL.
And that has been done before. It's been done.
Javon Evans is the underdog. And watching Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, it's a big fight feel. It's a big fight feel. But watching somebody like, I can tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Logan Paul because Logan Paul's the heel. Okay? It could be Trick, right? If I was to pick somebody, it could be Trick or Javon Evans or Randy Orton or LA Knight. I'm throwing Cody Rhodes out the window right now.
I get you. But
the reason why it would be Javon Evans main eventing WrestleMania, because everybody would be watching and they'd be wondering, just what if? What if Javon Evans goes to WrestleMania Las Vegas, first year on the WWE roster? I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
God.
And he beats Drew McIntyre.
And beats him? Oh my God. Look, and here's the story. Here's the end, and then what, Trish? All this in-house fighting, all this beef back and forth with him, with Drew. Everyone's so focused. Drew. Javon is just coming up the rear. He's just, he, like I said, he's got the YN energy.
That's right.
Like, look, I'm just here. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm just here with y'all. But but the main goal of this young man is to pretty much keep all that infighting going, all that between y'all and the unks and all of that. Yeah, you do that. Now, because of all that fighting, y'all didn't even see your boy, our YN come up right there and just wham.
But here's the problem.
Snatch it off like, huh?
But here's the problem. There's a big problem in that whole entire 6-man match.
Who is it, Randy?
No, the problem is LA Knight. How many times is LA Knight going to have to get the short end of the stick?
That's true, too.
Tonight could be LA Knight's night.
That's true, too. It could be LA's night. Tonight we can finally get what he deserves. LA has definitely been undermining just as much as Drew. He could be the next Drew McIntyre, and we don't even can tell. You can't even tell.
I think that Trick Williams is ready. Trick Williams is already doing appearances to where he's on television and he's talking. Like, Trick Williams is ready. Trick Williams is ready.
That's all it is right now, though. I think it's just an introduction, because we all know when all three of the brothers, Oba, Javon, and Trick, when all three was over there at NXT, that was huge. Their little three-way rivalry was pretty good. So maybe that's what, we're getting to see their faces a lot. Well, Javon, the boy, they clearly know what they're doing by pushing Javon. So I don't know.
Maria says that LA Knight is a loser. He doesn't deserve anything. Trick Williams is an upgrade to LA Knight. Thank you, Maria. That's for those of you guys, if it's your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, rebranding the channel. I'm going to have a Discord to where, you guys can come in and chat and stuff like that. I'm going to invite Jess and everybody else who's a personality on the show to be a part of the Discord so you guys can talk wrestling with us. Some of you guys may be moderators going on down the line in the Discord. That's going to be something I'm going to be doing to give you guys a separate connection. But go ahead and subscribe. But for those of you guys who don't know, Maria, I call her Hot Take Maria. I create the space so that Maria can says exactly what she wants. Maria is always respectful, and Maria always says what she thinks. And Maria says that LA Knight is a loser. He doesn't deserve anything. Trick Williams is an upgrade to LA Knight. But look, Jess, there's one match that I think that everybody's probably overlooking. The one match that didn't get that much attention last night on SmackDown. The one match that deserved it. The match I'm talking about is the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
Amen. We don't even look. Wonderful. The only person that I'm like, why are you here, girl? Is Kayla. Is it Kayla?
Jada? Is that Jada Parker? No. Ain't that who in there? Girl,
Jada Parker.
I don't even know these people's names. Hold on, let me go get these people's names.
So we got Kyra James, we got Asuka, we have Raquel, we have
Kiana,
Alexa Bliss, Rena Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton.
So I want to know from you guys that are watching right now, and if you're watching on demand, you happen to watch us later on, Stu, because you're going to work. Shout out to Stu at his new job. Put in the comments, who do you think is going to win? Who is going to win this match? Is it Rhea Ripley? Is it Alexa Bliss? Is it Asuka? Is it Kiana? Or is it Raquel?
And they see who? Stephanie?
Yes, they get to face no, they get to see Jade. They get to see Jade at WrestleMania.
Oh.
So I think one of the biggest stories in this match that nobody's really talking about is Charlotte Flair.
There we go. I say, you saw in my face. I was like,
Charlotte belongs in this match.
She should be.
And she knows she belongs in this match.
But you see that little girl right there in the upper left-hand corner right there?
Which
yeah,
one?
That little girl right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, that little... I'm supposed to be very nice and respectful.
I don't think that she's the problem. I think that she is the problem.
Alexa?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's supposed to be...
Everyone is...
Because they homegirls.
Anticipating that, right?
They homegirls.
Right. They're anticipating one of them to break rank. To say, you know what? This tag team is over.
Right. They had my girl Charlotte Flair over there eating three pints of ice cream because she all stressed out. She knows that she belongs in there. And
she does.
And she's
she
going to
knows
sit
that.
second fiddle to all this. I'm surprised that Alexa Bliss didn't end up in an ambulance next to Jey Uso last night.
But why? For what? When Alexa's not the issue.
Right, but Charlotte Flair is the queen. Charlotte Flair's not a multi-time champion
Alexa
because she's a slouch.
True. But Alexa wasn't the one that got got Charlotte out the qualification match.
Right.
It was that girl.
It was Kiana.
So what? No, everybody needs to go ahead and get rid of that girl. I feel like all 5 of them ladies, they're gonna jump that girl and get her out of there immediately. She ain't even gonna be there more than a minute. What
Will is saying that it would be massive shock if Kiana won. We are in a moment right now. We are in a vacuum in time, and every couple of years it comes along. And in this vacuum in time, what happens is that WWE starts introducing us to new people. Everybody out there that is complaining, in case you guys didn't know, I'm a black man and she's a black woman. In case you guys don't know, like a lot of people in the black wrestling community, that's a community, believe it or not. In the black wrestling community, a lot of people say, "No, Triple H don't know how to book black people, this, and that." Well, you know what? Black people finally got their chance. People of color finally got their chance. And there's a lot of black people coming up through Evolve in NXT, and now they're on the main roster. We are in a time right now where the WWE is introducing us to new characters that are going to be the future. Now, imagine if Kiana won and she got to be the one to go main event Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Now, don't get it wrong. I feel that, and I know, Jess, that you can agree, that, and let me know if you agree or disagree, that Jade Cargill's title reign has almost felt mid-card level because you got Meechin and B-Fab chasing her.
Yeah, that's wild. That's how you know you do not have enough main roster women over at SmackDown. Ain't that crazy? Like, hold up. Bianca is, she's doing her physical therapy, so she's out. Tiffany, she just got back here. Who else is on the main roster at SmackDown?
So who do you think wins, Jess?
Who do I want that to win?
Yes.
The safest bet would be Tiffany. That's the safest.
Okay, because Tiffany never got her rematch.
Right, that's the safest. To make things rumble, Alexa. To shake it up, Alexa Bliss. That would be so random, so interesting. Because then now you got Charlotte Flair. She's like, no, now we got the whole, hey, no, it shouldn't be you, it should be me.
I don't think it's Raquel Rodriguez because I feel like and I mean this Raquel, if you're ever watching this, I mean this in the most respectful way possible because I'm a semi-retired. I was in the ring just like y'all. So I feel that Raquel, she's missing something. Not in her in-ring work, in her character. She needs a little bit more of a reason for why we're supposed to care about her, and I don't think we care about her enough.
No, not yet.
But
as we all notice, you see people who leave their factions, such as the Judgment Day, they've been better. Look at Rena. Look at Damian Priest. Their careers have been better since they have split from the Judgment Day. Maybe it's just time for Raquel to just go on her own. But do her own thing.
That's not going to be enough reason for me to care about her because there's no beef or nothing that sets her apart or has any jealousy, right? Because I'm thinking about the and then. She goes to WrestleMania. Liv Morgan already has her own WrestleMania match, and none of that even matters.
Right.
If I'm picking a person to win, I'll tell you who. All right, so let's see what we got in the chat. Everybody thinks that's called a teaser, kids. Those of you guys in broadcasting, let's call it a teaser. Because they're like, oh my God, Tristan's going to tell us who's going to win. Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. All right, so Maria says that Rhea's winning. It's going to be Rhea versus Jade at Mania. Stu says that Rhea wins, but he wants Raquel to win. Will says that I'm going Tiffy time. Winning, then Tiffy versus Jade. Tiffy gets title back at Mania. Okay. Fernando says Kiana is scoring the biggest upset in the Chamber history and winning.
Jesus.
Will,
for her, just for Jade to beat, like...
I don't even want to read Will's answer. Our new friend Will, who started joining us today. Mm-hmm. The reason why I don't want to read his answer, Jess, is because he has shades of Jess the Apton. You know what that means? You probably don't, because I'm coming for you in a friendly, lovely way right now. Because he is on the fence. He didn't give one winner, he gave two. He gave three. Will said...
Three? Oh, Lord, I at least do two.
Rhea said it's Rhea, Tiffy, Raquel. One of them winning. Look, unless he just took a bunch of people, and maybe that's his creator wrestler in WWE 2K26. The name of the wrestler is Rhea, Tiffy, Raquel.
Rhea, Tiffy, Raquel.
I don't know.
Pretty much, I think what he's saying is that this is, again, Elimination Chamber. So the last three women to stand is probably Rhea, Raquel, and Tiffy.
So
if it's not one of those Raquel, then it's probably Asuka.
So Maria says that Jade is the worst women's champion ever. Why am I wrong? I love Maria. Maria, I can't wait to meet you one day in person. Maria says, please no more Tiffy Stratton versus Jade matches. They have terrible chemistry.
Thank you, Jesus. I thought somebody wasn't going to say it. No, I don't want that. Because just as much as y'all complain about the Jade run, Tiffany's run was just as boring. It was boring. She never defended it. And it doesn't, and you know what? That don't make no sense. How is it that y'all have so much problems with Jade Cargill holding her title, but y'all was so happy? I was like, oh my God, Tiffany, she's the champ. She barely defended it, but now y'all have an issue with Jade? Just say it. You have a problem with a black woman holding the title. There you go. I don't care. Buzz me if you want to. Don't care. Don't care. Nope, don't care.
If I'm picking somebody, I'm picking Alexa Bliss.
Oh, now if I have to pick somebody, one person, and I can't pick two.
That's right, because then you'll be like Will, or maybe Will be like either way.
Rena would make me very happy because again, Jade is a strong arm. Rena's a strong arm. Two strong women going at it. Why not? But then I'm like, dang, Rena, that means you've been moved to SmackDown. That really does mean they don't have enough people on the roster at SmackDown when they got to start switching women from Raw to SmackDown.
The reason why I'm saying is Alexa Bliss because of so for those of you guys who don't know me, right? When I always fantasy book and I fantasy book with my friends, you know, my friends that do like wrestling, I don't have too many of them. So you guys are my friends. So whenever I fantasy book with my friends of wrestling, I always say, and then what? Okay, great. So you put the title in the person, or this person wins the match, and then what? I say if you put the championship on you put Alexa Bliss in the match, and then, you know, Charlotte Flair is running around fake mad the whole entire time, I think that you make Alexa and Jade Cargill finish night one. Have them finish night one. And have the fireworks go off, and you have Charlotte Flair out there because they're friends, and then Charlotte Flair turns on her.
I like it. And because that'll lead us for something and the next PLE is Backlash. So that doesn't sound so bad.
All right, let's move on because we are running short on time.
Yeah, I know we're running short of time.
We did a lot of talking today. Let's take a look at this match right here. We are looking at the Women's Intercontinental Champion match, Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. Who wins?
AJ. All day.
Who do you guys think is going to win? Tell us in the chat. In the chat, tell us who's going to win. Even though we're short on time, we're still going to make you a part of this. I think...
go ahead.
I want Becky to win.
I mean, I remember when you was talking about how she has kind of made this title relevant, and I can understand that. But I think AJ would make it just as relevant, right? Because she's, Becky and AJ are a part of the four horsemen of the old days. You got Becky, you have AJ Lee, Natalie, and Nikki Bella, I believe. It was somebody else a part of that four horsemen crew.
Mm-hmm.
So it just would, it's a more personal feel. And just imagine Becky crashing out again. I'm sorry, Crash Out Becky was funny on social media.
Fair.
So I think it would be fun. But I'm also tired of her running around with this mid-card belt. I'm sorry. There's not enough women on the main roster. So I think, Becky, you need to just hang up this heel lady and just go back and go get this belt, because what?
All right. So first off, I want to address the disrespect from Maria. Maria says that Tristan has the hots for Alexa. That's why he's picking her to win. No. If I have the hots for anybody, Maria, I'm talking to you. Sorry, Jess, I'll be back. If I have the hots for anybody in the WWE, Maria, it's Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Well, that was new. I thought you were gonna say Lash Legend.
No, Lash Legend is taken. She's taken. I don't want nobody else, girl. I don't want nobody else, girl. I want my own.
I understand.
I want her. All right. So so looking at this match, Stu says that he wants AJ. Oh my God, Stu did a Jess the Apton as well too.
She said, "What? He wants both.
He wants both of them to win. They both can't win." Actually, what though? That wouldn't be a bad story.
I think we're on the same wavelength.
If they both win, and now Becky Lynch is being terrorized by AJ Lee because now they have to share the championship. I would pay for that. You know what? I would pay for that. I would be excited every single week.
That was definitely not what I was thinking. I personally was thinking neither of them win. Neither. It gets it ends and disqualified. Why? Because you got MMA Natty coming out there beating people up.
But imagine though, Becky Lynch crashing out and saying that everything is a fraud and everything is against her. Imagine what she could say now when she has to share the championship with AJ Lee. She'd be getting lawyers involved, talking about, oh, there's only supposed to be one person holding the championship and blah, blah, and it would be a whole entire thing. Look, Becky Lynch, I think that somebody like Becky Lynch holding the championship, like you said, Jess, like you said that I said, it makes it credible. But AJ Lee's no slouch either. If the championship was around in her time, she would have won it as well too.
Oh, of course she would have. Had a long run with it.
But now they have to go and have a custody agreement for the championship?
You kind of reaching, bro.
You wouldn't think that'd be exciting?
Not really. Sorry. Not with this whole thing with Natty and Maxine Dupree and everything. No.
Right, but thinking about the entertainment factor. Now,
there's no entertainment
now Becky Lynch has to interact with AJ Lee. Becky Lynch don't want to interact with AJ Lee, and AJ Lee is just going to terrorize her by just being who she is. Becky Lynch is going to be going to lawyers the whole entire time.
No.
All right.
You could get all of that without having a custody battle over a belt.
Jess says no.
Because we got all of that. Everything you just said, we had that already with Maxine Dupree. So, no, it's not... No.
Okay, you guys have heard my storyline, and you guys have heard, I'm looking down at you, Jess. You guys have heard that Jess has said no. What do you guys think? Just a simple yes or no. Do you like my storyline where I took off of Stu, where both of them win, and they have to share the championship, and Becky Lynch is running around talking about that she wants to sue, and now AJ Lee has to torture her because now Becky Lynch does now have to be in the presence of AJ Lee. What do you guys think? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it's a good story, Jess.
No, ma'am. No, sir.
Okay,
no,
so
sir.
what was yours that you were talking about?
Huh?
You were talking about when I read Stu's comment and says that he's on the fence, and you were like, oh, I think we're on the same wavelength, but obviously I went this way and you went that way.
Oh, what I was saying, it was neither wins. Neither wins. It will be a disqualification because Natty decides to come out there and torture both of them.
Okay.
That would be the story. And then after that, now you remember they have that whole thing with Maxine, and then it goes back to what I said about a couple of weeks ago, where we have a 4-way match for the Intercontinental between AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Natty, and Maxine Dupree.
Okay, so Will doesn't like my idea because AJ Lee hardly wrestles, so I don't like that storyline. Sorry, no offense. Will, there's no offense taken. We are having a conversation with all of us, right? All of us are having a conversation. If you don't like my idea, that's fine. That's why you don't hurt my feelings. You weren't disrespectful, and you stood on your business. If you really don't like it, you don't like it. But you know what? Because I'm a heel, I hope it happens. I hope it happens because I can't wait for it to happen. And tomorrow we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about it. And you're going to be like, you were right. And I hate it so much. And you're going to rage. Sorry, I'm just a heel.
Yeah. Delusional heel, but okay.
All right, let's talk about the final match of the Elimination Chamber. Finn Bálor versus CM Punk. I want to know who you guys think is going to win and why. Let's talk about this match.
I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it sweet. It would be nice for Finn Bálor to have it, but I think I think Punk is going to have it all the way up until WrestleMania, so we can see the whole CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the belt. I do, truly.
There is a possibility. Now, I was talking about two people winning in the last match. They won't do it in every match, but if they had to do it in a match, this could be the match to where it be ambiguous, the winner. And they can put CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Finn Bálor in this match at WrestleMania. Make it a triple, and then you can have somebody win. You can have they can beat Finn Bálor in that match, and CM Punk never takes a pin, or Roman Reigns never takes a pin. That's a safe way to do it.
It is, yeah.
To protect both of them. I just spit all over it.
And it's a good story. It's pretty fun, It's not a very stale storyline there, so I'm not mad at that.
So looking at the chat real quick, we're going to run through the chat. Let's see. Will says that he thinks that I've got Becky only because AJ isn't around that much, that part-time. Yep, he said that. And Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan are the prettiest in WWE. He also says Becky Lynch elevates the title and makes it more relevant compared to Maxine. Will says that only one winner here, CM Punk. Hope that is Demon Bálor. That would be cool, but Punk versus Roman, and Punk wins Roman against at Mania. He also says that Seth Rollins being out and Braun Breaker messed up creative for this title. I agree 100% with it.
I agree to that as well.
If I'm going to pick a winner,
because let's think about it, we definitely could have got a CM Punk versus Braun Breaker.
That would have been nice.
Oh man,
that would have been nice.
That would have been crazy.
If I'm going to pick a winner though, and I'm only going to pick one, CM Punk.
I agree, CM Punk.
Looking at the poll, damn it, I did it. Looking at the survey that I have going on, and I want to know that your comments on this, Jess, before we wrap this up. I just want to take a second though to thank everybody that has been here for the first time. Anybody who's decided just to check out the link and just to see what's happening here. I'm humbled by this. Check out the Pro Wrestling Scorecard. It's an episode where I talked about Bret Hart. You can find that, in the playlist or in the latest videos. I put that here for you guys to check it out. Let me know what you guys think. But I don't let you know I appreciate you. Jess, I appreciate you. For those of you guys who don't know, I met Jess randomly on the internet. I've never met Jess in person. I've never breathed the same breath that Jess has breathed. Right? I don't know Jess other than who I see here, how we exchange text messages, and how we talk on the phone. So I just want to take a second to say I appreciate your friendship, Jess, and I appreciate the friendship of everybody that is watching and helping me get to the road of 1,000. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to rebrand the channel to the 830 Wrestling Network. Tristan Law's show is still going to be here. Just individual shows live under the channel. But the reason why I'm rebranding the channel is because it's bigger than me. When I first started, it was just me. Now I got faces like Jess. I got faces like Terrell. From the Nosebleeds show, I got Cheyenne Ortiz, who does the interviews on the main event conversations with Cheyenne Ortiz, and then I got you guys who come here and take the time on a random 12 o'clock on a random day. Well, today's not so random. We got Elimination Chamber tonight, but you guys take the time to hang out with us and participate, and the people that just watch later on. So I appreciate you being my friend, and I'm glad to be your friend as well too.
Oh,
Universal is here. He's late. Universal said, hold on a sec. He said, I can share tonight's info. May I ask who everyone thinks is in the crate tonight? All right, so we think that it could be CM.
I said a belt. I said a new belt. I said Joe Hendry. I've said, what else did we say?
I said Danhausen, and I said...
Oh, yeah, some people said Dean Ambrose. Yep. Some people said Chris Jericho. So tell us who you think is in the crate. And we're going to go through the survey. So the survey is, I asked this message, this poll. Damn it, did it again. Stu doesn't like me saying that. I did this survey on the page, and I asked everybody what match were they excited for. And then I posted it again today. After SmackDown, what are you most excited for now? So right now, 8% of the people said that they're excited for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. I'm excited. I'm about to say no. For me, I'm excited for this Becky Lynch, AJ Lee.
Well, lucky for you, 17% of the audience, they're excited for that. The Lynch versus Lee match for the women's IC title, but 17% are also excited for Punk versus Bálor for the world title. Universal says that he can confirm who it will not be. He says that it's not Jericho, still on the AEW contract. Stu says that it's Danhausen. All right, Universal, don't bury the lead. Tell us who it will be. Will be.
Just go ahead and just say it, bruh.
Wait. The poll changed. I mean, damn it. The survey changed last minute. 8% Women's Chamber. 15% Lynch versus Lee. 23% Punk versus Bálor. 54% Men's Elimination Chamber. Universal says not a new bell. AKA.
Oh, not a new belt.
Not a new belt.
Say that.
It's going to be the return of Paige. Okay.
Wow.
I can see it because, like I say, let me put the picture up of the box real quick.
I say we said a pop, and that's why I was like, whoa.
It has to be something that we don't already have, and we don't have Paige. I think that would be great.
We do not have Paige.
And if that's the case, then yeah. Wait, it's not the return of Paige. It's not. Okay, not a new belt. All right, Universal, then tell us who. Who is it?
I'm about to say, before we wrap this up, if you ain't going to tell us, we just going to
go. We just going
Trisha's final thought, and we out.
Because
got time for that.
Because some of us got to get to work today. Somebody got to work on the train, and I got to go. Universal, tell us who it is.
Like, I got this puppy on my foot, man. Like, come on.
He says that Paige is in San Francisco today for a con. That don't mean nothing. They got planes that can get to Chicago. They got a private jet to WWE. What I mean? Now he's giving us a teaser. He says, from what I've heard, it is ... Let me get my finger ready for the buzzer. Go ahead, Universal. Tell us who it is so I can buzz you behind.
I already feel like he about to piss me off.
It's R-Truth. He said R-Truth.
Bro, if it is, I'm dead. If it's R-Truth, I will die right then and there.
If it's R-Truth, I want my money back.
I want all of it. I'm turning it off.
All of it.
I will hop back on my plane and come right back to America and just watch something else.
I'm going to sell my private jet and no longer go international anymore. You know what? I'm going to watch AEW. That's what I'm going to do.
Hello, I'm about to watch TNA. Like, I'm about to be just watching everything else but this.
But the WWE. We are going to be don't get it wrong. We talk about a lot of wrestling here, but we are going to be less WWE heavy. But here's what I got to say about the whole entire thing. Elimination Chamber is always about pressure. Pressure creates diamonds. Pressure creates villains. Pressure reveals who you really are. But this year, the most important thing that it might not be who survives. It might be what's inside that box. Because if that reveal hits and it's like the biggest thing since the WWE Network, WrestleMania changes. We are about to find out who survives and who was never meant to.
Hey, Trish. What if it's just a new cover for the WWE 2K26? Oh my God, they could kiss my ass. They gotta kiss my ass.
Well, thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Tristan Law Show. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon Eastern time. I believe that's 5 p.m. in the UK. I look forward to seeing what happened and talking about this with you guys tomorrow. Do me a favor, subscribe if you have not, and share this on your social media. This is not a dirty secret. I'm Tristan Law. She is Jess the Captain, and I'll see you next time.
See y'all tomorrow.
Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive.
That ass though, R-Truth? Come on.
Bruh, I'm telling you, it's gonna be the cover, bruh. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be so mad.
I want my